Hello everyone, my name is Amaron and welcome to the Secret Leaks of Who Would Die for the episode 70 part 3 of Security Toilets by Elite Cameraman. Let's go!
Hello everyone,
Hello.
Elite Cameraman here. Today was a huge day because we literally got 8 different leaks in one day, which all connected to each other. And it really was like an event connecting the whole community together. It really was crazy fun being a part of this mini ARG. And I hope Boom does more stuff similar to this in the future. Maybe even sometimes hiding leaks or texts inside the episodes, foreshadowing stuff about the future. And few hours ago, thanks to all the content creators sharing their leaks, the puzzle has finally been solved and it really looks crazy. And you won't believe what it says. I'm not sure if I'm gonna miss anyone, but the people who got...
Oh yeah, I did see the episode 70 part 3 came out, but I did not watch it just to, just to have a guess as well.
The leaks were...
Considering how I technically am always late.
Me, Databayo, Isotoile,
Okay.
Moby, Spider-Run, and a few Russian YouTubers like Fordell and Armhov.
Okay.
If I missed anyone, sorry about that. Alongside this, Dafuk also posted one of the leaks himself. And thanks to this, I think we can confidently say that the episode will be coming out soon, but people think it'll be coming out today. And I personally don't think it'll be coming out today, but most likely tomorrow or the day after, with how the leak was just solved. With all that out of the way, before I continue on with the leaks and the leak puzzle, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss the analysis episode when it comes out. Anyways, here we go. Let's first start with the leak that's numbered 1_7, and we'll continue along with the right order and talk about the full picture at the end of the video. The first image shows the plunger cameraman staring to the camera with his bright blue flashlight on, and on the bottom right side it has 2 letters and 1/4 of a third letter. We can clearly see that these are TH and I. And these images are not really important in itself, but I think it's probably confirmed that we'll be seeing everyone who appeared in this 8-part leak in episode 70 part 3.
Okay.
In the next leak, we see the dark speakerman with his broken headphones, and it has 4 letters and 1/10 of a 5th letter. With this, we can figure out that the first 2 words are "this is." And alongside this, I feel like dark speakerman's headphones being broken was very intentional, and we might actually...
I'm actually assuming this is a T, so this is the, I'm guessing,
see him suffer in the next episode. I even feel like he might have a chance to die because Dafuk's been setting it up so that plunger hates dark.
Yeah, and also make him look so freaking like taking a lot of damage recently. Look at that.
Speakerman. And in the last couple episodes, Dark
Speakerman had recently been just fighting without actually being careful. He's just fighting as if he can't die. The way he's fighting.
Speakerman looked really sad that Plunger Cameraman didn't like him anymore, even though he just saved Plunger Cameraman in the last episode. What if something happens and Dark Speakerman dies while trying to save Plunger Cameraman once again? This would totally destroy Plunger Cameraman mentally, but I don't know, I might just be yapping. The third leak we got is of Camera Woman looking right up to the sky, and you'll see this when I show you the next 3 leaks, but it looks like Camera Woman, Speaker Woman, the large TV man, and my beloved TV woman are all in the same place. And if you look behind Camera Woman, it does kind of look like it's burning, but I'm not sure what that is. I only know that there is an orange light source, because in all 3 female Alliance members' leaks, there is an orange light, and maybe it's actually some fire. Maybe TV Woman used her TV beam to burn some toilets anyways. On the third leak, we also see a full word and 1 letter, which is the and E. If we connect all 3, it's "this is the" so far, and continues with a word that starts with and E. And if we move on to the next leak, we can clearly see that the next word is end. And the full text becomes "this is the end" until the 4th leak. But don't worry, there is more, and this is not the end. In this Speaker Woman leak, there isn't much that can be seen, but the only thing I noticed was that she didn't have her katanas on her back. So this could mean that maybe they were fighting here and we might see her fight with the katanas. The next leak we see is the large TV man looking at us, and it has the start for the next word. And we can see 2 letters which are F and O.
I'm very good
at
guessing,
this leak actually connects with the leak I received, which was TV Woman looking very confused. And you guys can see the orange light I was talking about here as well. If you look at the shoulder of TV Woman, with this expression and what we've seen, I think it's safe to say that something happened around the female trio, and we'll just have to wait and see. And alongside this now, we have one more word and the start of the next word.
This is the end
so far,
for...
the puzzle says, this is the end for. And the next word starts with so. After this, we got a leak of the scientist's toilet looking very rizzy, unlike his look-alike Joe Biden. And it has the letters MEON on the top. And I think we can clearly guess that the whole text says, this is the end for someone. But before I talk about the meaning for this, I have to show you the last leak which Dafouk hid for himself and posted on Instagram a couple hours ago with the caption of, certain things have to stay secret, referencing the last leak that was posted on the merch store with the secret text. In this leak, we can see the secret agent looking very serious, and this once again proves the troll leaks having actual meaning behind them, because this frame looks awfully like the troll leak Spider got a couple days ago, but a more serious version. I think we can safely assume that all the characters we saw will be in the next episode, and this is how the full image looks like when you put every leak together. It clearly says, this is the end for someone. But who? Because the way this is said, and how Boom shows all these characters, it's clear that someone or a couple characters will be dying in episode 70 part 3. We all already know that this episode is kind of going to be the cornerstone since it's the end of the biggest arc so far, and many dynamics will be changing after this episode. But once again, who is going to die? My personal guess is that Scientist Toilet will either die or will be severely injured. But I think this was already guessed a lot, and there is a likely chance that Boom put Scientist just to distract us, and because no one thinks he'll kill off actual good characters. But if you guys have noticed, he has been slowly getting us used to death by first killing the injured large speaker man, and after that, the injured large cameraman, and after that, the lucky cameraman in the last episode. Each time the importance of the character went up, and this might mean that there is a chance that one of the main characters will die. I don't think it'll be any of the female characters, since I wouldn't let something like that happen, especially to my beloved...
Okay, hold on. I think these three will have some stuff going on. Wait, and then he came in as backup as well. These three came from the... like a back entrance. Okay, I'm gonna use optimal brain power or something, because the Titans were also near another, like the back entrance with these three, remember? So okay, he's gonna die by either these three or by the Titans, because these two will defeat him and he will try to escape, maybe. Or maybe he comes in as like a backup to actually defeat him a bit more. I don't know. Okay, so either the Girl Trio or the Titans will kill him, finishing off, maybe. These two severely damaging. This one ending him, maybe? Or no. These two damaging and this one severely damage him. But then him with backup seems like only a few people. Okay. He will die. He will be severely injured. These three will be fine. He's gonna be in the episode, confirmed. I mean, like, look at him. And in the leak. These two will die. Okay, I think the ghost cameraman is someone important, and he saw, so he knows, he's seen something.
But it's possible.
So he's gonna die because of him, maybe. I don't know. Let's continue.
That either Plunger Cameraman or Dark Speaker Man dies, in my opinion, and it's more likely that it'll be Dark Speaker Man. If he actually dies, it'd be interesting to see Plunger Cameraman next arc. Also, I'm gonna be honest, where the hell is Simp Cameraman, bruh?
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like he actually died back in episode 57.
I hope not.
Anyways, let me know your thoughts on episode 70 part 3 in the comments, because it's about to be the craziest episode with the highest stakes ever. And also, before I end the video, as I said in my last video, in my Roblox game, there is a Skibidi anniversary event.
Make sure to go check out his game, I guess. And also, like and subscribe, go to his channel, stuff like that. Okay, let's go to the next one. The actual episode analysis. Okay, so this is the
Hello
actual
everyone,
analysis.
Elite Cameraman here.
Hello,
We really
cameraman.
just witnessed
What's
the
good?
craziest and the saddest Skibidi Toilet episode ever. I literally was in
what
shock
the-
for 15 minutes after watching two of many people's favorite characters die, and with that,
Oh, whoa,
the
whoa,
whole
whoa.
bunker squad has been killed other than Lucky Cameraman who snuck in, and we'll have to talk about him later in the video. But with
Oh,
how much
shoot.
that was revealed in today's episode and how much stuff that's been teased,
Wait, I
I
was
don't
right.
even know where to start. The fact that the duo we all loved and adored died is crazy. But hopefully they'll at least become legends in the
Oof.
Alliance and many
Shoot.
new heroes will be. Also,
Oh.
let's not forget that
Okay,
Dafuk mentioned that episodes after 70 will be coming out much faster in an announcement about a month ago.
Ooh.
Which means we'll probably start seeing more episodes unlike the last few months. Waiting 1 or 2 weeks for each episode. Still waiting for this episode was 100% worth it because it was a whole 6 minutes of
Yo,
pure
yo, yo,
craziness.
What the?
This episode probably will stay as the longest episode of Skibidi Toilet for a long while if
Oh,
Boom wants to make
shoot.
episodes faster. Before we get into the analysis itself, make sure to like this video and
Okay, the
subscribe
girl
to pay your
trio.
respects to our two heroes, Dark Speaker Man and our beloved Plunger Cameraman.
Yeah, I knew it.
Anyways, here we go.
I think.
This episode starts with the ending of episode 70 part 2, and there is actually a very small change compared to the
Okay.
ending of episode 70 part 2, which is actually a new Easter egg that Boom put in, and it's literally an egg. For some context, there is a YouTuber called Steak, and a week ago I made a video about one of the troll leaks, and here is what I said. He actually had his fair share of encounters with Dafuk Boom also, but the last one really did not end up well for him because he
Oh.
made a live streamed titled Shaving My Eyebrows If Dafuk Boom Joins. And yeah, you can see how that ended up.
Shave.
Before this, he also shaved his head in one of the live streams, and people started calling him Egg instead of Steak, which made Dafuk Boom making the egg toilet canon. Even though this leak is most
Yeah.
likely a troll leak, you never know because if you look at the background, it's actually the same background as the leak on the merch store, which might actually mean that the egg toilet is in episode 70 part 2. After all this, as you guys saw, Boom made a troll leak about his bald head and face making an egg toilet meme. But something happened 2 days ago, and on Creekcraft's stream, he said that he'd let Steak stream on his channel once if episode 70 part 3 had the egg toilet in it, and to our surprise, Boom actually put the egg
Oh,
toilet
shoot.
right at the start of the episode on the right side, making
Bro.
it canon in the Skibidi universe.
Yo.
I mean, that egg toilet might solo the whole Skibidi verse one day,
No.
but anyways, after this,
No,
we
no,
see the
no.
bunker duo fly towards the end of the hallway, and suddenly the door starts opening, but right at the same time, the Plunger Cameraman's camera starts glitching out once again, just like when it happened in episode
Oh, shoot.
68 part 2, when he was looking at the factory. I think we can safely say that the transmission error and the recording error shows up every time the secret agent is present, so that his presence doesn't get recorded. This also might mean that all the times any cameraman looked at the secret agent before episode 68 part 2
Oh.
also should have had
What?
the same message, but we just didn't see it since Boom didn't put it while editing back then. Also, this time it was a
Okay.
lot different since Plunger Cameraman actually heard the secret agent talking. First, while the door was opening and the big laser toilet is coming out.
Oh,
We hear him say, "It's fine, get out." But that's not all, since Plunger Cameraman actually becomes invisible while this is happening, which is crazy.
yeah, look at his plunger. What
Because
the?
this was actually one of Secret Agent's abilities.
Huh?
And this means that he can use this ability on others as well. But that's still not all. Since when Plunger Cameraman realizes
like a
he
ghost.
is invisible, he looks behind
The ghost cameraman in the elevator is not a ghost. It's just invis. Cause look, it's like the same shading. I
to
think.
see the Dark Speaker Man being invisible as well. But once again, that's not all. We suddenly see a cameraman hiding behind the wall
Yeah.
with a green flashlight, just like the green of the secret agent, and he suddenly becomes invisible right in front of us.
Yeah.
And he probably was the one that made us invisible. This goes deeper because do you guys remember the ghost cameraman we saw at the end of
Yeah,
episode
yeah,
70
yeah.
part 1? I guess the two ghost cameramen we saw were the secret agent special cameramen. I don't know if they are a special breed of cameraman or if he has agents in other races as well. But this was a crazy reveal.
Probably.
While this is going on, we actually hear a couple more lines from the secret agent while the bunker duo is walking inside the scientist toilet's room, and Plunger Cameraman actually sees the secret agent talking to the scientist
Yeah.
toilet at the last second, which will be important for us later in the analysis, so don't forget about it. Now let's talk about what the secret agent said to the scientist toilet.
Yo.
His first
Okay.
line was, "It is fine. Get out." And after a couple seconds, he says, "You are not needed," to the scientist toilet. And right after scientist toilet yaps and secret agent tells him, "You want to escape? My little pawn will kill you." And after this, he also says, "Guess I can't be trusted. Goodbye," to scientist toilet, and he leaves the FaceTime with scientist toilet just like how I leave my FaceTime with TV woman,
What?
looking all rizzy.
Yo.
Anyways, here you go. Listen to all he said carefully.
Ooh. Wait, but look at what's on the device though. That looks like some sort of tower or something. I don't know. Trying to look for stuff.
In these voice lines, when secret agent says, "You want to escape, my little pawn will kill you," most likely refers to the fact that scientist toilet had an escape plan, and we saw him try and escape later in the episode, and in this example,
Really?
his little pawn is most likely Plunger Cameraman, since he literally has been using him as a pawn with some outside influence, leading him all the way here. Only thing I don't understand is the "I can't be trusted" line, because why would the secret agent say that to the scientist toilet? I have no idea. Also, we have the problem of the secret agent working with the
Okay.
toilets, but until now, we all thought he was working with the cameraman because of the way he gave Lucky Cameraman information, but it turns out
Yeah.
that Lucky Cameraman actually was an insider, and he was on secret agent's side. Maybe after episode 65, he was hired or captured by the secret agent to change sides.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like the secret agent isn't
Manipulation.
necessarily helping one side, but instead he is his own side in this war. We'll talk more about this later in the video when
Okay.
I'm talking about the part where he is talking to Plunger Cameraman, so make sure to watch the video until the end so that you don't miss any of it. After all this, we see that the error messages are gone, and Scientist Toilet turns to us, and since the bunker
Oh.
duo is now visible again, the laser toilet that just went by them starts coming back instantly, but Plunger Cameraman closes the door right at the last second before he gets shot by the lasers and dodges it instantly. This leads to Scientist doing the rock vine boom, emote being shocked that Plunger Cameraman has a remote that can
Yo.
close and open doors. But he just goes back to normal and clicks some buttons to enable the laser guns inside his room to kill off the bunker duo. Plunger Cameraman is fast enough to hack the first one in time, but he doesn't see the second one until he gets shot by the laser. He instantly hacks that one too after getting shot. And Plunger Cameraman also sees the Scientist Toilet trying to leave the room from the back door, but he also hacks that and closes the door. Seeing this
He's like,
Scientist
bro.
Toilet is a little shaken and tries to use his teleport powers while saluting Plunger Cameraman, but Plunger Cameraman hacks that as well, and
Disables
I'ma
again.
be honest, at this point they are
Disable
already
everything.
violating the Baldy, giving him no respect. This makes him actually go mad and pull out his own laser gun, but Plunger Cameraman dodges it. And while he is distracted with Plunger Cameraman, Dark Speaker Man suddenly throws his spear on Scientist Toilet's head and jumps on him. But I guess this
Okay,
old
okay.
fella's reflexes are better than Joe Biden because he blocks Dark Speaker Man. And just like that wasn't enough, blood turned to Plunger Cameraman, who was
Oof.
about to attack him in light speed to knock him
Yeetus.
back, and literally split Dark Speaker Man in half in front of Plunger Cameraman. This was the moment I realized this episode wasn't gonna end well. After
Yeah.
Scientist throws Dark Speakerman's broken body, Plunger Cameraman jumps on him one more time, but Scientist Toilet stops him once again.
And
Thankfully for the
snaps
bunker
us.
duo, Dark
Thing.
Speakerman unexpectedly strikes again with his jetpacks, even though half his body is gone, showing how durable he is. He literally breaks Scientist Toilet's glasses, and this leads to Plunger Cameraman stabbing Scientist
Yeet.
Toilet in the eye with his spiky plunger. This makes him even more mad, and blood shoots Plunger Cameraman with his laser while he is right next to him. Plunger Cameraman blocks the attack last second with his gun to take less
Yeah.
damage. This knocks off
pretty good.
Plunger Cameraman,
Okay.
and we witness one of the saddest moments of the series seconds later because the Scientist
Are
Toilet
we split
grins
as
for a
well?
second right before shooting his laser onto the defenseless Dark Speaker Man who was flipping him off in his last moments.
Bro.
It also looks like Scientist Toilet stole the remote control from Plunger Cameraman because we see the remote in his hands and he unhacks himself with an evil smile on his face and tries to teleport again. But this doesn't end well for him. For the first time ever, we see Large TV Man's second ability, where he uses the black TV beam and actually vacuums the teleport ability
Yo,
out of Scientist's
that's pretty
toilet,
cool.
which is crazy. That's not all, because we can see that his 4 arms have been changed from TV monitors to speakers, which probably adds on to his powers, making him like a mini version of Cinema Man.
Yo, that's
Here
cool.
we can also hear him say something in reverse, and he says, "My technology." Here you go, listen to it yourself.
Okay. Sorry, that's too loud.
After Scientist's teleportation is interrupted, he decides to use the laser on Large TV Man, but he is not really affected and actually uses his bright white TV beam to knock back Scientist's toilet, and not gonna lie, I was surprised by this beam's powers. Large TV Man is crazy
Knock back
powerful when you think
10,000.
about it. After the Scientist is pushed back, they try to use the stun guns on him, but they don't seem to work. And Scientist's toilet presses some buttons to open the hatch under him and jump down instantly. This leads the squad on the left to go back, while Large TV Man says,
run.
"Fall back now," in reverse. Here you go, listen to it yourself.
Sorry, I just got a stupid ad, but I don't, bro. Elite Cameraman is just saying listen to it yourself, but then doesn't reverse it for us to hear.
And I'm glad they backed up, because Blood came out with an upgraded G-Man toilet base from the hatch with crazy powerful
Yo, what
lasers
the-
and shot the freaking door even though it was closed. I think this was where he really went cuckoo and started acting
Yeah.
actually crazy. And oh my god, literally a second later, our saviors, our beautiful beloved heroes, show up from the back door. The female trio arrives with their new
With the-
upgrades and jump
the
on the back
large
of the
cameraman.
Scientist's toilet, and the large cameraman starts distracting the Scientist's toilet. While they are spinning, we can actually see the
Whee!
female trio cutting a hole behind the Scientist's toilet's mechanic body
Yo,
to reach the
It
main
looks
body.
so freaking cool.
Since now they know it was a fake body, Scientist manages to kill the large cameraman and stops to laugh for a second. But before I continue, we need to talk about Scientist Toilet's eyes here, because we can see that his glasses were broken, and his eyes are clearly red here. Does
Yeah,
this mean that the bodies that have red eyes are actually mechanical bodies?
yeah.
This seems
to
very
show that it's
possible,
robot.
but at the same time, not because we know that the Scientist Toilet didn't have a red eye on his old mechanical body at first, but he got it afterwards, which is weird. So if you guys have any theories about it, let me know. After he stops,
Maybe it's like a design choice, and and Duffel Boom was like, yeah, I'll implement this. I can't change the past, but like the transmission and recording
for a
error as
second,
well.
we can literally see his reaction. And if I'm honest, his reaction looked like someone put something up his butt. Suddenly he starts screaming
yo,
and crashing everywhere before his main body gets out of the back, with my beloved TV woman using her beam, speaker woman butchering his head with her katanas, and camera woman shooting him non-stop. This leads to him throwing each female agent off to the ground. But how dare he touch my TV woman before I could
Yo.
touch her?
Yo, what?
This is unacceptable.
Excuse me?
And a few moments after he
Wait,
gets
what did you say?
and camera woman shooting him non-stop. This leads to him throwing each female agent off to the ground. But how dare he touch my TV woman before I could touch her?
Yo,
This is unacceptable. And a few moments after he
You
gets
are
what he
unacceptable.
deserves, after throwing everyone off to the ground,
Okay.
while he is literally shaking. Plunger cameraman turns to his left for a second, and we actually see the faces of the female trio from the leaks we got 2 days ago. We can
Yeah.
clearly say that all 3 of them are worried, but scientists
Wait, did she get like a new cannon, like a launcher or something? Look at that. That looks different.
toilet presses some more buttons to open the hatch up top to try and escape. But the violation on the Baldy doesn't stop here, because the second the hatch opens up,
I knew
we
it.
see the
I
3
freaking knew it.
titans that have been waiting for this moment for so long, and they literally pass on the scientist toilet as if he is a
Oh.
toy. First Titan cameraman uses his
Wait, when did his
core
monitor
flames
get
to burns
damaged?
him to a crisp, making him a chicken nugget.
When did his
After this, he gives it to
thing
Titan
get damaged?
TV Man, who crushes the burning nugget head with the Roblox Man face on, and he also tosses the scientist to Titan Speaker Man. And this was the moment we all been waiting for, because Titan Speaker Man first waits until Scientist Toilet stops scream and uses his speakers right next to his face. But that's not all. I don't know what got inside him, but blood turned into a demon for a second, and he started smashing Scientist Toilet for 10 seconds straight, getting faster
Bro.
each smash, and the other Titans just watched with awe. But before we continue, did you guys notice that upgraded Titan TV man's left shoulder monitor
Yeah,
has been broken?
Yeah, what
We
the
didn't
heck?
see when or why this happened, but they clearly had some fights before a.
Or maybe when in the full video they will show that we fought Astro Toilet or something. Like, you know, in the full episode 70 video, he's gonna show us like an extra scene where we chase down Astro Toilet maybe.
Arriving at the top of the bunker, and we'll probably never know what happened. After this, they throw the scientist's body onto the ground, and there is literally nothing left of his face, but sadly for us, even though we won the battle, it really wasn't a good ending.
Yeah.
We see the large TV man teleport in front of us, but weirdly, he is also damaged a lot. And it looks like his crew, who was on the left side, has been completely wiped up other than him and 2 cameramen on his shoulders. But what happened? He is missing 2 speakers, and one of them is burning alongside the damages on his body, and his actual monitor being broken with something
Everyone is
sticking out.
damaged.
And he says, just a scratch in reverse to Plunger Cameraman. Here you go.
No,
Listen
that's
to it
not
yourself
just a
before
scratch.
we move on to the saddest scene in the series. After this,
I
Plunger
think Elite Cameraman forgot to reverse it.
Cameraman crawls next to Dark Speaker Man, who is having his last seconds, and he dabs him for one last time before his body completely shutdowns, giving us the saddest moments in the entire history of Skibidi Toilet. He really was a good fellow and only tried to look out for his best friend, but they weren't really in the best terms the last couple hours of their friendship. Make sure to like and subscribe to pay your respects to our hero. We can even see my beloved TV woman doing a cry emoji while looking at Dark Speaker Man. Don't worry, TV woman, I'll comfort you anytime you want.
Yo,
Literally
chill.
seconds later, the sadness of the episode disappears because of a sudden glitch in Plunger Cameraman's camera, and he starts seeing the lucky cameraman who we thought died last episode far back. He zooms in to see if it's
And he's
actually
invisible.
him, and it looks like the lucky cameraman is actually sad about what's happening, and he decides to walk away. He most likely knows what's going to happen next, and I don't think he wants to see it.
Yeah.
Even though he is no on the side of the secret agent, I think we can safely assume that he cared about all of these agents and
Yeah.
can't bear to watch it. The next seconds confirm the ghost cameramans once again because 2 random ghost cameramen appear out of thin air and they shake hands weirdly, as if it's their first time meeting. Maybe secret agent doesn't let any of his cameramen meet each other, then special circumstances. It also looks like they have green suits
Yeah,
under
look
their
at that.
coats, which makes sense with the same pattern on their ties. But it doesn't end here because their flashes suddenly start becoming bright green, and we witness the craziest moment in Skibidi Toilet lore after Plunger Cameraman gets flashbanged. Suddenly, we
Yeah.
find ourselves in a
Go.
room with the secret agent,
Yeah.
and there is a lot to talk
Three.
about before we move on to what he said, which was crazy important for the series' future. If you look carefully, we can actually see 3 things on the right side, and it's the
Yo.
heads of 3 agents, 1 cameraman, 1 speaker man, and 1 TV man. I don't know if he has these as souvenirs or something else, but it's awfully weird that he has these. Maybe he has been collecting parts after
Yeah.
battles happen, but I don't even know after this episode. Also, it looks like his folder is colored green, just like everything else he has. But the real question here that people
favorite color.
have been asking is the computer on the left. Many people are speculating that since there are 3 of the races heads on the right, there is a possibility that a computer race will be added on later in the series, and this is the way Boom is telling us that. Even though there is a possibility,
Maybe.
I have no idea. We saw some other references to computers a while ago in the series as well, but to me it doesn't really make sense to have computer race when there is a TV race since they are just both monitors. But I do believe that there will be a new race later in the series one day.
Yeah.
My
that'd
assumption
be
is
cool.
that the secret agent uses this computer to watch the tapes he gathers from cameraman heads because we see a cameraman bring him a new yellow tape or drive,
yeah.
which I assume is Plunger Cameraman's recordings. But we'll talk about that in.
Oh, and then he uses this to watch the agents that are already on the field. This to see the recording. This to see the agents on the field. This one to hear the agents on the field. And this one is just collected, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe these are the CCTVs he left in the bases. Because we saw cameraman heads like literally on the base by themselves. Like they are the CCTVs like normally.
a second. Let's first talk about what the secret agent said. In this moment, the secret agent says, "Well done, thanks to you, that scientist is cooked. However, a bigger threat is coming. That's why certain things have to remain secret. There is
Yeah,
no
the
evidence
Astro.
left except one thing. This battle you did not survive, Plungerman." And send him back after he says all this. But what did he mean when he said, "There is no evidence left, except one thing"? I think there is only one conclusion we can
Oh.
come to, and it's that Plunger cameraman just knew
Oh.
way too much after their raid into the base.
Yeah.
First of all, the secret agent mentioned a bigger threat while showing the Astro toilets, which we already knew that they'd be taking over, but I'm assuming that the Alliance has no idea about this other than the Titans seeing an Astro toilet killing the upgraded DJ toilet. But Plunger cameraman saw some files about them in the bunker room last episode. Alongside
Yeah.
this, he was the only one left that saw the secret agent poster on the wall that day. And he also saw him once again while entering the room where the secret agent was talking to the scientist
Yeah.
toilet. Even though this conversation didn't sound very friendly, he saw what he saw, and he was the only agent left alive that knew anything about the secret agent and the Astro Toilets file.
Yeah.
So we can clearly say that the secret agent wants to remain in the shadows while controlling the war from the sidelines. We still don't know his motives. Only thing we know is that he has his own goals and helps both sides depending on his own needs.
Yeah.
One thing that was weird is that
Bro, be
even though
party.
he had a head from each race, he didn't have any toilets in his room. Maybe that's a sign that he is closer to the toilet side, which only time will tell. After Plunger cameraman comes back to reality, suddenly all his body starts malfunctioning and TV woman hugs cameraman woman with a worried, sad face. I would have made a joke about wanting to get hugged too, but this moment was just too sad.
No.
And even in his last moments, Plunger cameraman looks up to Titan
Thumbs
cameraman
up.
to give his last thumbs up to his other buddy before his camera goes offline. That really was one hell of an episode.
Yeah, he
And I'll
just
talk about
started
the stuff I
burning.
might have missed tomorrow. Also, since tomorrow is the Valentine's Day, we are going to have a Valentine's Day event in my Roblox game.
Oh, yeah.
Where you'll be to get limited Valentine's units like Valentine's
Ooh.
TV Woman, Valentine's
What?
Titan
Bro.
Cameraman, Valentine's G-Man Toilet, and a
Yo.
lot more alongside this. You will be able to use the code on the screen when the event starts to receive free rewards. So make sure to play my game.
Yeah, make sure to play his game. Make sure to check out his channel, like and subscribe. Have a great day. Things are problematic now. Bye.